What's up, guys? TV Land 3458 here, bringing you a gameplay from the recent Double XP weekend. This is a gameplay of Hardpoint on the map Newtown 2025. Running around with the MSMC. It's a very good class to use. I really like this class. Let me just fix my mic real quick. Alright, and we're good to go. Alright, guys, anyway, today with this gameplay of Hardpoint in the year 2025, I'll be talking about some stuff that is going on in 2013. I got my Game Informer today. For those of you who don't know, if you are a Power Up Rewards member with GameStop, you can get a magazine called Game Informer, and this most recent issue is titled the PlayStation 4 issue, and on the front cover it says starring Infamous Second Son. So anyway, they have they actually have like a 5-6 page article in here, which I think is really cool, and it gives you a little bit of background information about the PlayStation 4, and I'm going to be talking about some of it today, so yeah. Anyway, let's get to it. So, some of the specs that will be in the PlayStation 4, and I'm assuming it's going to be very similar for the Xbox 720, the Next Box, whatever you guys want to call it. It's probably going to be very similar for that, but it's anyway, it's basically what a console is basically a cheap version of a computer that truly isn't so cheap, but it basically does what a computer does as for like processor stuff like that. It's basically a computer, but it's not truly a computer. But anyway, so get into it. It's gonna have the CPU. It's gonna be a low power consumption 8-core. I'm not sure times 86 by 64, and it's gonna be an AMD processor. For those of you who don't know what that is, most HP computers run AMD processors. Usually for computers it's either a dual core or a quad core. For those of you who don't know, dual is 2, quad is 4, and this is going to have 8 cores. So it's going to be able to do a lot of things at once from the sounds of that. It's going to have 8 gigs of memory with a unified RAM, which I think is pretty good. Hard disk drives to be announced. I'm assuming they're going to do like they did with the consoles of current gen, where they have different levels. Same thing with the memory. It's going to have USB 3.0. Most computers either have the USB or USB 2.0. A lot of computers now have USB 2.0. So it's going to be it's going to have BG and N connection for Wi-Fi. It's going to have Bluetooth 2.1. It's gonna have the Ethernet, which is basically just a wired internet connection. For those of you who don't know, I'm sure most of you do. If you're watching a video on YouTube and know somewhat about tech, I'm amazed that I got that kill. Anyway, it's gonna have for audio video. It's gonna have the usual. It's gonna have HDMI, analog, AV out, digital out, or digital optical out. Basically, what it's always had. There's not really any update with that, but it's going to have, now this I already knew, but I'm going to read off some of what's in the article. It is basically going to be the social console. There's going to be a lot of social media integrated into it, and I don't really care for that with gaming. I mean, I'm on YouTube. Look at this. I'll pull up a gun, run up and get done up with the AN94 fast mag. I actually do a little bit of work with this, which I usually don't do, but yeah, I really like being able to pull out an AN94. I love the AN94 as a weapon, and merciless metal. Don't usually get those, but anyway, back to the social console. The PS4, it places a heavy emphasis on social aspects of gaming. Most notably, a little bit of lag there. Oh, connection interrupted. I remember that. But yeah, it's going to have a heavy emphasis on social media. It's going to have a share button built into the controller. So pause and select are gone from the controllers. and it's going to have a share and options. Options basically going to be the start and select morphed into one button, and the share button is going to allow you to instantly upload screenshots or gameplay footage to Facebook. Sony is also partnered with third-party streaming services like Ustream to integrate spectating. Even more impressive, planned ability to allow your friend to take control of your game remotely to get past a particularly difficult sequence. So if you have a hard part in a game, like in a campaign of a game, you can call up your friend or invite your friend and be like, alright, help me get past this, and then he can actually take control of the game and get past it for you if you can't. So cloud gaming comes home. Sony bought cloud-based streaming gaming service Gaikai for $380 million in 2012, an investment driven by its PlayStation 4 plans. So anyway, that's going to be cloud gaming, new hardware, backwards compatibility is going to be incredibly difficult. So Sony plans to make extensive PlayStation back catalog via cloud-based streaming. Oh, so doesn't look like they're going to make that backwards compatible, just like the PS3 wasn't backwards compatible. Same thing's going to happen with the PS4, but they are making apparently a huge back catalog of old games. So like you could see PS3 games, PS2 games, maybe some PlayStation 1 games on the PS4. Only it will be stored in the cloud. For those of you who don't know, it's not going to be a physical disc. It's going to be in through the internet. You just download. It's basically like anything you get from the PlayStation Store. So I think that's going to be cool. Instant and streaming gameplay. Pushing cloud technology could offer considerable benefits to gamers. System allows for sleep state. Oh, sleep state. That's going to be cool. Keep the system on low power state. I'd do that anyway. Boot it back up. Pick off where you left in the game. Seamlessly switch between gameplay and applications like web browser without losing your progress in the game. Ooh, I like this. Background downloading. You can do that on PS3. Streaming capability. PlayStation Vita as a display and control device. Plans. Gamepad. iOS, Android apps that connect to your tablet or smartphone to the system. Oh, that's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be able to provide secondary content like real game time maps, allowing the players to purchase games and items for PlayStation Network remotely and let players watch shared gameplay streams. That sounds pretty cool. So yeah, there's a lot that's going on with the PS4, and I still got a while to talk. So, rumors Microsoft console require always online internet connection to play games. Oh, so this is an interview with one of the main guys at Sony. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name. Shusha Yoshida. He's one of the Sony's president of Worldwide Studios. But anyway, rumors claim Microsoft's console will require an always online internet connection to play games. In previous interviews, you stated that that's not the case with the PS4. Did you ever consider always online connection for PS4? If so, why did you decide against it? Did we consider it? No, didn't consider it. Main reason, many countries don't have a robust internet connections. For example, Britain and the UK have very good internet. As for America, doesn't have very good internet, but and like other places where video games are played, India I don't think has very good internet. Africa, things like that. I mean, you could have occasional people playing out in Africa trying to get. I've done that. I did a lot over the Double XP weekend. I noticed I tried to get. Almost had another dragonfly there. I tried to get too many C4s out of my hands, but yeah. Anyway, so he's saying that makes sense people to have internet connection to play online games. For offline games, many countries that we saw do not really have good internet. So he said once again, so that wasn't even a consideration, and he said yes, that wasn't considered. So another one of the questions, do you plan on expanding the number of first-party studios that you have for next generation? So first-party studios, I believe, are studios that are basically first-party, that make games, and instead of using the big companies like Activision and stuff like that, they can have little companies help and build new, different, innovative games. So not talking any specific numbers of studios or titles, but you are aware some of our studios are growing and adding more teams that hopefully will increase the amount of output from these studios that we're investing in. So basically what he's saying is maybe, maybe not, but as the studios they're with and are agreeing to make games with, then there could be more like teams added onto that. So anyway, that was a little bit of PlayStation 4 info. I'll probably cover a little bit more in tomorrow's Throwback Thursdays. But anyway, I'll probably cover like the DualShock 4 controller. Anyway, guys, that was TVLand 34 for 58 going, what is that, 49-17? I can't really read that because it's a little laggy right now. Didn't get final kill cam, but whatever. I'll see you guys tomorrow in Throwback Thursdays. I think I'll play some Call of Duty Black Ops. So, throwing it back to the original Black Ops. Anyway, guys, see you tomorrow. That was TVLand 34 58. Goodbye.